Why is it that some people just seem to be able to achieve anything they put their mind to, whereas other people struggle to do anything unless they have someone outside of themselves holding them accountable? And then there are other people who rebel against any sort of structure or routine. And then there are the people who just always seem to be asking questions about stuff. Today, I want to talk about a great concept that helped me understand humans just that little bit more, including myself, and it is called the 4 tendencies. This is the name of a concept and a book by author Gretchen Rubin. And she developed this framework in an attempt to understand why some people seem to thrive under external pressure, while other people hate that and thrive under internal pressure, and why there are some people out there who just won't do what they're told but have to question everything, and that there are some people who struggle to meet internal or external expectations. They just constantly want to rebel against them. And those are the 4 tendencies. When you learn your tendency, you can make better decisions, meet deadlines, suffer less stress and burnout, and engage more effectively. There's no magic one-size-fits-all answer for building a happier, healthier, more productive life, and different strategies work for different people. In fact, what works for you may be the opposite of what works for someone else. So these 4 tendencies are upholder, obliger, rebel, and questioner. I wonder if just hearing those names gives you some sort of indication of which one you are more likely to be. Now, of course, we're not necessarily all one or the other. You might be an obliger with rebel tendencies or a questioner with upholder tendencies. But generally speaking, most people fall into one of these 4 categories. And understanding which one you fall into can help you work out what the best strategies are for you to get things done. Let's quickly define what these 4 tendencies are. An upholder is someone who'll make a promise to themselves and then follow through. They don't need any external pressure or motivation. They just will always follow through on something that they promise themselves. An obliger is someone who will make a promise to someone else and always follow through with that, even at the expense of themselves. A questioner is someone who will question any decision or anything that they are asked to do or that they think about doing internally, and they will ask enough questions until they are satisfied that it is in line with their principles and it's something that they really want to do, and then they will follow through with it. A rebel is someone who struggles with everything. They don't like to meet internal expectations. They don't like to meet external expectations. They always rebel against any expectations they put on themselves or that anyone else puts on them. Okay, so let me walk you through a real life example of how each of the 4 tendencies might deal with a situation. If you're watching this channel, chances are you might have a business, potentially even a handmade business. So let's use the example of creating a product range. You decide it's time to create and launch a new product range. This is what happens depending on your tendency. If you're an upholder, no sweat. You'll set a date, you'll decide when it's going to get done, and you will get it done because you have no trouble living up to those internal expectations that you set for yourself. If you're an obliger, you will procrastinate and procrastinate until you announce a launch date to the world, to your followers, to your community, to your family, someone outside of yourself. And then you will absolutely follow through because you hate letting other people down and not living up to those external expectations. You feel that external pressure to get it done. If you're a questioner, you'll get it done at the right time, unless something else comes up and you deem that that's more important right now. And then when that's wrapped up, you'll get back to the product line, you'll finish it, and you'll release it at the time that's right for you. And you're not going to feel guilty about doing this, about the delay, because you decided that the other thing was more important at that point in time. So there's no point in feeling guilt about something because you made the right decision for yourself at the time. And past you didn't know that this new thing was going to come up. So you're cool because you've made the wisest decision for yourself at the present time, and you're happy and you got it done eventually. If you're a rebel, you're going to struggle with this. You're going to struggle to get it done because you chafe even against your own internal expectations. In fact, if you set a date for when you say this is going to be done, you might even become less likely to get it done by that date because you're just going to automatically rebel against having any sort of constraint put on you whatsoever. You hate being told what to do, even if it's you telling you what to do. I just think this is such a useful framework for understanding ourselves and understanding other people. Like, I instantly can think of people in my life who are obligers. They do things for other people because they want to meet external expectations, even if it's at the expense of themselves. And that drives me crazy. You can see I am not an obliger. These sorts of tendencies in other people, that if they're opposite to yours, they're probably going to drive you a little bit nuts. And that is another reason why this is so good, because say you're an upholder, but your partner is a rebel. Well, there's going to be some friction there in that relationship, because you're not going to understand each other's perspective and each other's tendency. Personally, I am a questioner with a bit of a pinch of rebel in me. In fact, I will often be found saying, "Don't tell me what to do." There's a reason I'm self-employed, people. I have no trouble meeting internal expectations if I've decided and done the research and thought through it and made the decision that it is the right thing for me at the right time. And if I decide it's not the right thing for me, then I don't feel guilty about not doing it. I don't need external validation. I don't need external pressure in order to get stuff done. I think the upholder or questioner tendency, if that is you, is probably the better ones to be if you want to be self-employed, if you want to run your own business and do your own thing, because you can't rely on that external motivation like you can when you have a regular job where somebody else is expecting you to do certain things by a certain time or telling you what to do. If you are an obliger, you might find that you struggle with running a business or any other sort of independent project because there's nobody there standing over you holding you accountable. And if you're a rebel, you're going to have to be a little bit sneaky with yourself about how to make sure you get stuff done as well. If this has piqued your interest and you want to find out what your tendency is, Gretchen has a quiz on her website, which I'll link to below. I am not in any way affiliated with Gretchen Rubin. I just think she has great ideas and I loved all the books of hers that I have read. And I just really love these sorts of frameworks because they help you understand yourself and other people better. I'd love to know, tell me in the comments, what you think you are. Before you do the quiz, have a think about what I've said. And then tell me in the comments what you think you are, and then go do the quiz and come back and update us. Say, did the quiz give you the same results as you expected yourself to be? And if you want to dig a little bit deeper, she has a book. You can read the book on the 4 tendencies, find out a little bit more about each one and see which one you and the people around you probably are, which might help you get a bit more clarity on how to move forward with things in an intelligent way. I'll give you a quick example of this. Something super simple. Say you want to start an exercise habit, right? If you're a questioner, you do all the research, you think about what's going to be best for you, and then eventually you decide because you've done all the research and you've decided it's the right thing to do, and you'll do it. If you're an upholder, you'll go like, yep, I'm doing that, I'm going to make it happen, and then you just do it and make it happen. If you're an obliger, you might need something external. You might need a workout buddy or some other external pressure or motivation to get the habit underway. And if you're a rebel, well, I don't think I can help you too much with that. Maybe go have a read of Gretchen's book and see what she suggests that you do. If you enjoyed this one, give me a big thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this interesting, go check out this video next. It's a video I did on the 5 principles that have helped me to keep the weight off after I've lost it. And I talk about another one of Gretchen's ideas, that of abstainer versus moderator, in that video. Thanks for watching. I'll be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.